A debate to honor the fallen SANDF soldiers who were praised for their bravery and patriotism. Some lawmakers have criticized the poor resourcing for soldiers.
This mission was doomed from the beginning. There is no strategy, no coordination, no sustainable logistics. The SADC troops have been outmaneuvered and outgunned, their presence making no difference on the battlefield.
We must ensure that our defense force remains robust, our soldiers are adequately trained and equipped, and our peacekeeping initiatives continue to promote African unity and stability. It is important in this regard that the presiding officers consider the request of the Joint Standing Committee on Defense to have a debate on a separate occasion on the general state of our armed forces.
Our forces are left vulnerable due to inadequate funding, outdated equipment, and poor logistical support. The lives of our soldiers are put at risk in hostile environments with insufficient protection, and now we are seeing the tragic consequences. The government must be held accountable for sending our troops into danger without necessary means to ensure their safety.
For over a decade, we have watched as the South African National Defence Force has been systematically weakened. Budget cuts have crippled our military ability to function effectively. Aircrafts and helicopters that should provide air cover for our troops are grounded due to lack of maintenance.
We need an honest assessment of the state of the SANDF. At this time, we should caution against finding financial solutions to non-financial problems. The IFP will not prematurely call for an additional budgetary allocation.
These ones are talking a lot here. We need soldiers. You call yourself Commissar, you call yourself CIC, we need you there. There's people that we need you to go fight. We are tired here in Parliament of toy soldiers.
The Freedom Front Plus asked the President to appoint a Judicial Commission of Inquiry into these allegations. Because if we do not attend to that, then we are in a fortnight of a military coup and the President won't even know it.
Minister Angie Motshekga must resign or be fired by the end of the day. Our troops must return before the end of this month.
Order, Honourable Member, your time is up.
Thank you very much.
We need another debate on this issue. We possibly need a judicial inquiry, but at the very least, we need a full parliamentary oversight inquiry into this humiliating defeat.
Indeed, there needs to be a thorough investigation of how these missions are done, conducted, and how and whether we are going to properly resource them.
This Parliament must commission inquiry to ensure that we find out how many have died, what the financial implications are, and how quickly do we end this circus that is taking place.
The SAF force has seen a decline in the number of hours their key assets have been productive, with aircraft flying a total of 712 hours for force employment. This is down from 12,000 in 2012-2013. This decline has taken place under each financial year since 2013, without exception. This amounts to criminal negligence.
We should ask ourselves, what should be the consequences for those who send our soldiers to die in poorly planned missions? Missions where the objectives are unclear, the strategy is flawed, and the alliances we form raise more questions than answers.
South Africa must stay until its mission ends. We must refresh our troops. Those who call for South Africa to get out of Rwanda are only trying to deflect our commitment to prevent genocide.
We must not be swayed or threatened by traitors elsewhere on the African continent or here at home or by any white supremacist foreign leader. We must increase our efforts to build a united and patriotic nation.
President Ramaphosa must answer to this failure. It was under his watch that our soldiers were deployed into a volatile conflict zone without proper strategy and support.
We need to address the root causes and conflict, including economic and social disparities in the continent, to silence the guns.
The argument that the mission is not well funded or is underfunded, therefore, is devoid of the truth. Because the budget comes from the UN, SAMI DRC, and indeed we also contribute. So it is therefore unfounded that we have sent our troops without a clearly defined budget.
As lawmakers called for the speedy repatriation of the deceased, Motshekga made an undertaking.
The delay is very disheartening. Currently, from the reports we're receiving, that they are still in Uganda, undergoing all the medical processes, and which we also are pressing very hard to get our deceased. We were hoping that we'll get them by today, but by the latest, we are told that Thursday they will be here.
The fallen soldiers will get full military honors. Ulelani Philip, SABC News, Parliament.